Have you ever started a project and you just have nowhere to even begin? Well, then this might be for you. In this video, I'm going to take you through the process of designing badges and achievements for an exercise app called Third Stride, which will be out later this year. I'm going to start with the overarching idea and show you how I maneuvered through the process of user experience and user interface to get to a final design. Before we get into this, I want to say welcome to my channel. I'm Jen, and I'll be talking about everything from career, finances, to lifestyle. If any of those topics interest you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If we go back in time a few years ago, to when I was getting into UX and UI design, there were so many videos walking people through theory, but very few that actually showed what the design process was like. And while it's nice to discuss theory and see pretty images, I found it a lot more useful to see how someone worked through the problems and pivoted when things inevitably did not go to plan. For this project, my 3 tasks were: 1. How to get users excited about exercising. 2. What types of metrics to track and reward users for. And 3. How to make badges consistent. Let's jump into the steps I took to bring these requirements to life. Step 1. Research and discovery. Going into the project, I thought I had a pretty good idea of what to do. I mean, how many ways could you possibly design a badge? Well, after starting researching this, I quickly discovered that there is a huge array of badge designs, gamification, and incentives across apps. To keep things organized, I wrote down the user perspective, business goal, and started working on doing a competitive analysis. In this analysis, I looked at some fitness apps, but I was more interested in badges as a whole. Usually I search as many apps as possible, but you'll get the point with 2 examples. Audible. This is an audiobook app. The pros? Their achievements are very simple and they're in a fun cartoon style. The cons? It's difficult to find badges. There's a rhyming pattern as a description that makes it unclear. There's a limited number of things to achieve. Then I looked at Fitbit. The pros of this are the badges have a really cool design that make them unique. The achievements are updated to continuously make users to want to keep using the app. The categories are simple and intuitively make sense. The cons? There are a lot of reported bugs, but I really had to dig through Reddit to find those cons. After doing some research and looking through sites like Behance and Dribble for more inspiration, I'm ready to put pen to paper and start sketching out some rough ideas. Step 2. Ideation. When it comes to fitness and achievements, coming up with a theme was hard. Did we want to create trophies? Draw out fitness equipment? Did we want cartoons or hyperrealism? After researching, I landed on doing a cartoon-style badge with a Greek mythology theme. At the same time, I began making a list of different metrics that could be tracked. I came up with 11 possible ideas to start with. Step 3. Wireframing. I spent a lot of time searching meanings behind Greek gods and looking at illustration inspiration. Once I finished the first draft, I then started writing out the logic for each badge. How many levels of achievements could there be? Should there be a new badge shown at each level? Should the user be notified when they've achieved something? Based on my research and logic, I cut out 2 ideas and began drawing out designs on Procreate. Step 4. Feedback and iteration. Once I had a main direction with some visuals to back my ideas, I shared it to get early feedback on the overall concept. There were a few notes and changes, but it was positive, so I continued drawing. One of the asks was to incorporate a green into the badges, and I tried using this as the background for sketches, and it just looked horrible, and I felt that I just completely needed to start over. And these designs went through rounds and rounds of editing, tweaking and changing one little thing, adding another, and finally it got to a place where I was kind of happy with how they came together. Step 5. Handoff. This is a very important step. Once you finish your designs, you need to be able to communicate what you want to developers. If there are different states of badges, rules, or logic, all of these need to be communicated in a document or a Figma board. Step 6. Final design. In this video, I started with a very general idea of trying to create badges and achievements for users. I worked through different stages of design, and I ended up in a place that but more importantly, Third Stride is happy with. I hope this gives you more context on the stages of design, or at least shows that designing, like all things in life, is never a clear process, And making good designs means leaning into iterating and rethinking, no matter how frustrating it can seem at the moment. Those periods of being uncomfortable or unsure is often when I'm on the cusp of a great idea, as long as I push through it instead of just giving up. After watching my design process, in the comments below, tell me what your process looks like. And I'm really curious to know if you have any tips on working through getting stuck in a project. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with some more videos.